Bullying. It's a growing epidemic that we cannot ignore.
All this week on Today in St. Louis, it's a life lesson for us all. You've seen it glorified by Hollywood.
You're gonna get it.
Why were you talking to Janice Ian?
Millions of American children, it's the story of their everyday lives. They are a victim of a bully. On the school playground, bullying occurs every 7 minutes.
And every 25 minutes in the classroom, the bully doesn't discriminate.
I was bullied, and I think that almost every person.
Bullied.
Yeah, I feel like most people in their lifetime have been bullied.
And in this day and age of social media, this is more than just name calling and fights on the school bus.
Just a few little words. It can be text messaged. It can be taken by a video.
In some extreme cases, it can have deadly consequences.
Parents of a teenage girl who took her own life in a St. Louis suburb are now going public.
What's being done to stop it?
It takes an engaged and committed community to stop bullying. It's not just one person.
What makes a bully tick?
And how you can help your child, whether they're the victim or the aggressor.
It's just all about what our parents are modeling, and it's in the hallways and what our teachers are accepting.
Because when it comes to any child being bullied,
Bullying.
Bullying, enough
Is enough.
Bullying?
Bullying.
Bullying.
Enough is
It is our mission this week to bring awareness to the issue of bullying and provide solutions to help make it stop.
here is a quick rundown of what you can expect throughout the next 5 days as we commit our entire team to this topic. We're going to talk to victims of bullying and the bullies themselves.
We're also digging into the laws in place to protect students and how ordinary people are taking action to make a difference. And in our next half hour, we will sit down for a special roundtable discussion about that bully documentary. Our panel of students, teachers, and administrators gives us their emotional reaction to this film, plus some insight into the problem here at home. That's coming up at 6:40.
And you can share your stories about bullying right now on our website. We've set up a special website address at ksdk.com/bullying, so please join us there.
Well, the message has already reached millions. Bullying is real and something has to stop it.
It's an epidemic in our nation's schools and right here in the bi-state region. Well, now a new movie is trying to put bullying front and center with emotional stories from students.
Now, the documentary is called Bully, and it follows the lives of 5 students who face bullying on a daily basis. Now, the movie's particular focus is on the deaths of Tyler Long and Ty Smalley, victims of bullying who took their own lives.
The movie also follows the life of a student named Alex Hopkins. The bullying became so bad for him, the producers felt like they needed to step in.
So we recently pulled together a panel of students, parents, and administrators to get their honest reaction to this powerful movie.
The stories they shared were both heartbreaking and inspirational and really opened our eyes to what's happening right now in our schools.
Strangle me, take things from me, sit on me.
Give it to him hard!
What did each one of you think about Alex?
Wanted to give him a hug.
I don't think he should get made fun of. He's just normal, like any one of us. I feel kind of nervous going back to school because
I thought Alex was a pretty cool kid. All he went through and how he just stood strong.
What kinds of words have kids said to you that hurt your feelings, and what did you do?
they make fun of where we live and how I dress.
How they wear their hair, like their makeup and stuff.
All your parents don't have enough money.
She wasn't being nice to me because, like, I told her that I had, like, a Justin Bieber backpack.
Like, they're just judging people way too much when they need to just, like, look on the inside instead of the outside.
I've noticed from my school, most people get made fun of by which social group they're put in. There's the geeks, there's the nerds, there's the jocks, poor kids, there's the rich kids, sociable kids, and there's the loners, there's the emos, there's the goths.
Your only connection to these kids is that they like to pound on you.
If you say these people are my friends, then what friends do I have?
I wonder what it would take to change. Like, what do you all think? To change this kind of mentality?
A lot of times they don't even know that they're being bullies. So you have to help them to identify the behavior and how it makes other people feel at times.
Regardless of who you are, seeing someone make that, that effort to help that victim of a bullying situation, it's admirable, and I think if other people see it, they're gonna start changing the way they act towards other people too.
So I think it's just to make friends with everyone.
I have in the past not done anything, but now 2012, I've really tried to stand up to people. I want this to stop.
What do you think the message is walking out of the theater for the kids?
Whether it's school administrators, parents, other students, by understanding the situations and understanding that the bullies reach out for social acceptance to prey on others, and if the people around them step up to stop that action, that we can put an end to this.
The only way we're all gonna, change this bullying situation is by actually changing the situation and doing something and fighting back.
Life and death is in the power of our tongues, and unless we build our children up and send them out into the world, if they get it from the world, they're gonna come back to us torn down and broken.
We just have to say, the documentary there is so heartbreaking, and it was so stunning for us to sit down with some local kids afterwards and find out it's happening here.
I know, I think we were horrified, and they had a more, not a relaxed attitude, but they were like, you don't understand, this goes on all the time.
They are telling it like it is. And tomorrow morning on Today in St. Louis, we will answer the question, where is Alex?
We found out Alex has moved on to a different state and to a different school.
We'll find out what Alex learned from his experience in the movie and his message to those bullies who used to rule his life.
Every morning we want to end these stories with solutions, ways to teach your child how to handle bullies. Today, we're teaching kids they cannot stay silent and must let others know about the abuse. Tell kids they can't keep this pain to themselves and they must tell an adult. It's really hard to stop the cycle without the guidance of a parent or administrator.
Also, telling is not tattling. Here's how you can explain the difference to your children. Telling is what people do to make things safer and better. Tattling is what people do when they just want to get others in trouble on purpose.
We have linked to all of these resources and ideas on our website.
Just go to a special section. It's ksdk.com/bullying.
Well, we recently received a call here at News Channel 5 from a mother who said her son was a victim of bullying, and as you can imagine, it was really making him depressed.
His mom tried several different ways to help her son, including counseling, but nothing seemed to work until he met a world champion fighter.
Ryan Dean has the story of a man known for violence bringing an anti-violence message to kids.
Jermaine Andre knows how to knock a man down.
Even if you miss it, I want you to keep rolling your hands.
But he also knows how to build a team up. This retired world champion fighter has put his cage days behind him and now is taking on his toughest opponent yet, bullying. He thinks this violent sport can help solve the problem.
The martial arts is basically an anti-bully program.
But maybe not in the way many think. Andre's not interested in chasing down bullies and giving them a taste of their own medicine. He wants to beat down the problem.
It's the behavior that we need to attack and not individuals. I said don't move.
He says the behavior gets altered through training.
It's a test of endurance, it's a test of calmness, it's a test of courage, test of confidence. So all of these things that it takes to be an MMA fighter stems from mind control. It's all about you right now. Let's get control of yourself.
And he believes training the mind through MMA helps victims and bullies. Last year, when we visited his academy in St. Peter's, we met Travis, a teenager who used his size to intimidate others.
I had a little group and we'd go around and we'd pick on other kids.
Stay focused.
But with help from this world champion, he transformed into a 13-year-old with manners, even calling me sir.
You called me sir a couple years ago?
No, probably not.
Alex struggled with being bullied, but with his self-esteem raised through MMA, his mom saw him become a new person.
He just made a 180.
Andre believes what really turned around both kids was the confidence they gained.
I just want to talk to you about the behavior, and then I'm going to build both of y'all confidence up so neither of you has to ever be a victim or be a bully. What you got to do is you got to stay dedicated to what you're doing.
He's bringing the victim and the bully together to knock out bullying.
And what kind of champ am I if I don't step up to do something?
And he actually offers anti-bullying clinics at his academy in St. Peter's. And if you're interested, he has a few coming up, and you look for that on our website, okay?
Well, you know, we're posting that information on our website. All you have to do is click on the bullying tab. It's right at the top of the homepage.
Great story, Ryan. Now, every morning we want to end these segments with solutions, ways to teach your child how to handle bullies. Now, right now we're looking at how to protect students against cyber bullies on the internet. Now, some great tips we found here. First, never open an online message from someone you don't know. If you don't recognize the name, ask your parents or another adult.
Also, never send a message to anyone when you're angry. Wait until you have time to calm down. because bullies can use those angry messages against you.
And you don't always have to be on. Good advice for everyone, really. Learn to unplug and disconnect. Giving yourself a break from online activities can be your best option.
We've linked to all these resources and ideas on our website.
Just go to our special section. It's ksdk.com/bullying. All this week we've been talking about the issue of bullying, and we have been inundated with phone calls and emails and just general discussions from parents who have very strong feelings about being bullied.
Many people, of course, won't speak on camera because they're afraid going public will only make it worse.
But that's not the case for a very brave young lady in Lake St. Louis. 12-year-old Kayla Stewart is a real bookworm who loves her laptop. She loves learning, but these days her classroom is her kitchen, and her teacher is her mother. 4 years ago, Kayla was diagnosed with juvenile arthritis and fibromyalgia, a painful disorder that means she sometimes has to use a cane, and sadly, that subjected her to cruelty from her classmates.
Some kids would call me grandma jokingly, but it still stung a little bit.
Kayla's also a bit of a free spirit. She always has been. She likes brightly colored outfits and punk rock hairdos.
She beats to her own drum, and she always walks a little left to center, and I love that about her.
But sadly, as most of us know, in middle school, offbeat can put you out of the in crowd. Kayla's style, coupled with her arthritis, made her a major target of bullies.
I love learning, especially about science, but I was starting not to want to go to school because I didn't want the kids to continue to bully me and stuff.
Kayla's parents and doctors decided on homeschooling for the rest of this year.
You just see them so sad. And it's not necessarily something that a parent can fix, at least not right away.
Before we arrived at her home today, Kayla's mother wondered if this was a bad idea, that maybe going public, Kayla would be bullied even worse. But then Kayla said, "Mom, I have to speak, because if I don't, who will?"
Even if I get bullied for it, I'm helping the kids who can't come forward and tell about it.
It's that inner strength that has Kayla making plans to go back to school in the fall. Even so, this mother is worried for her only daughter's safety.
I don't want to be the next news story on that level. I don't want my child to be having their spirit broken so much that they think that the only way out is to do the unthinkable.
Now, we do have a quick update on Kayla. That interview was a couple of weeks ago. Kayla tells us she's feeling great these days and she can't wait to get back to school next fall. She says she has a real core group of good friends that she's going to stick with and just tune out everyone else.
Yeah, that is great. It's also one of the tips that experts say anyone can use when dealing with bullies. Just avoid them if at all possible.
Now, we have been offering you tips all week long about how students should respond to bullies. But what happens if a parent finds out their child is the one doing the bullying?
First, stay calm. Don't interrogate the child. Discuss the events rationally, and then set up a meeting with teachers.
Also, apply clear, fair, and significant negative consequences like grounding, timeout, or cancel their allowance.
And help your children find an area of interest or hobby and then immediately reinforce positive behaviors.
Now, we've linked to all of these resources on our website. You can go to a special section at ksdk.com/bullying.
Our week-long special on bullying ends today, and today we are focusing on solutions so the epidemic will come to an end.
And that is something that 2 students in the Parkway School District are working very hard on.
Dana Dean shows us how their efforts created a chain reaction.
Why can't they accept you for yourself?
Why me? It's gone too far.
We counted in a day how many times we saw bullying, and we lost count at like 53. We knew that at that point that we needed to stop it.
That's all it took for Northeast Middle School 8th graders Joey Goldman and Megan Mudd to start what they hope will be a revolution.
Bullying doesn't just happen at Northeast, but it happens in all schools. So we decided that we're going to start a club.
We're going to teach them bullying and what it is and how to not be a bystander.
Their club, named Zero Conflict, started with a slogan.
So my people made this, because I have people.
Though bullying is no joke, Joey and Megan aren't afraid to have a sense of humor.
We have a guy for everything.
T-shirts, anything you can think of.
I got my connections.
Joey and Megan have done their homework on bullying and know exactly who they want in their club.
There are 4 people in a bullying situation: the victim, the bully, the bystander, and then the ally.
If we can stand up, then more people are going to be standing up with us.
Now that they think they have a way to put the brake on the B word, it's getting an A from educators.
We have a bunch of different school districts who have come to us and said, we want to hear about this, and they were like fighting over who got to hear about it first.
Well, but you know what? Parkway comes first.
Joey and Megan always seem to be looking at the road ahead.
We're not going to be here next year at Northeast, but we want to leave something behind. Our legacy.
Already, the effects of their club have multiplied.
We can't just say, okay, we gotta stop bullying, because how do you do that?
We need to take it like a step farther.
Take a stand and do something. If you take away the audience from the bully, they have nothing.
You stop bullying by being kind to others, and it starts a chain reaction.
Stop it before it starts, because that's what we need to do.
Dana Dean, News Channel 5.
There are now about 500 students involved in 20 anti-bullying clubs in St. Louis area schools, all thanks to Joey and Megan.
How about that? Coming up at 6:38, the Facebook group a local student created and why she says it helped her get over her fears of bullies.
All this week we've talked a lot about the issues of bullying, and we have tried to provide you with some solutions.
Now you can find all of these resources on a special website we set up. It's ksdk.com/bullying.
And right now we're hosting a live chat on our Facebook page. Steve Zwolak, the Executive Director of University City Children's Center, is standing by to answer your questions and concerns. You can join in the conversation right now by going to the KSDK Facebook page. Steve will be here until 7 a.m.